Hello my people, do you want to learn how to make that delicious yummy Akara banana, which is very easy to make and will bring you back to the memories of in those days when, I don't know about you, but when we're growing up back home, we used to go to church, and the reason behind going to church was for us to leave after church and go and buy Akara banana. We call it mintu seng in Banso. If you're from Banso and you don't know mintu seng, then I don't know. You want to make that mintu seng that smells so organic and brings you back to your childhood days, then you need to stay to the end of this video because I'm going to be showing you how to make that authentic Akara banana that you would never forget, which is very easy to make. For this Akara banana, we need only 4 ingredients which are very easy to get. The first and main ingredient of the show is cassava roots. Other people call it manioc roots or Yoka roots. You can easily find it in grocery stores if you're in the diaspora. And yes, we need ripe bananas. I have with me here my mashed and frozen ripe bananas. If you want to see how I mashed and freeze my ripe bananas for baking, very easy to make. I'm going to be linking a video here on how to mash and freeze your bananas so that you can use it anytime you want to bake and it will taste equally amazing as fresh bananas. Then the next thing we need, salt, just salt to taste. And the last ingredient is some vegetable oil, any vegetable oil of your choice. I'm going to be using canola oil today. It's sitting right here on my stove. And one thing, my people, since I'm using frozen bananas, I'm going to take out my bananas and just take them out from these beautiful silicone cups here and let them thaw for another 30 minutes or so. And if you're so much in a hurry, you can equally just put them in the microwave for 10 to 15 minutes to thaw. Okay. So I'm going to keep these bananas to thaw for another 30 minutes or so. Then I go ahead and peel in and grate in my cassava. Check out my video on the step-by-step process of how to prepare and grate your cassava for Akara bananas with confidence right in your own kitchen. And trust me, this video is a game changer. Okay, here with me, I have my bananas that I already told. Look at that liquid that's coming out of it, right? It's so juicy and it tastes so good. So we're going to put half of this. Then we'll drop in some salt to taste. And mix this up. You don't want it to be too soft and you don't want it to be too hard. You want it just to be in between. That way you can easily carve the little balls out of it and then you can easily fry it. We can definitely add the rest of the bananas. That was just the perfect measurement. I don't know how I did that. So we had 3 cups of bananas here. Make sure you mix it well until everything is nice and fully combined. Okay, to make sure I have these good, nice round sizes, I'm going to be using my dough scoop to scoop them out. It's just easy for me this way. I can fill one large cassava in here. If you make them bigger sizes, it's going to take longer for them to fry and dry up. So just be careful with the kind of sizes you're going for. That's good. But yeah, those are just medium sizes. You can even make them smaller than this for sure. Look at that banana there. I love when I'm eating my cassava and I can see some little banana chunks in it. It's so good. And another thing, my people, this is an African snack that you fry and it shrinks. Other snacks will rise while you fry them, right? But this one, when you fry it, it shrinks. Next, let's go ahead and fry our Akara bananas. Heat up your oil until nice and hot. Go ahead and put your Akara banana balls one after the other into the oil to deep fry. Please make sure you don't overcrowd your pan. Just give it some space to breathe. Let it sit for another 2 minutes or so before you stir it. That way it doesn't get scattered in the pan. And please make sure you stir constantly, as consistent stirring is what's gonna give it that even golden brown color. Other snacks like puff puff, drop donuts, they'll rise when you fry them, but this one just stays as is. Keep stirring until you get this even golden brown color and your Accra bananas are good to go. Continue the process until you're done frying all your Accra bananas, and feel free to serve it hot or cold. And there you have it, my people. Golden, crispy, beautiful Accra bananas made with love right in your own kitchen. This recipe is proof that the best food is always the simplest. I really hope you make this and share them with the people you love. And when enjoying it, think of those childhood stories, those childhood memories of when you were enjoying Accra bananas back then, and share them with your loved ones. Share them with your kids. Share them with your family who have never experienced this before. Because good food is always better together. And what's good food without good memories, right? If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep cooking up these beautiful, nostalgic recipes together. And until next time, see you in the next episode of Rabia Unfolded. Cheers.